afterwards she goes, you know, you look really great in that white suit. And I was like, hose yourself off.
He's hard to resist. I mean,
True.
certainly. So I think, correct me again if I have anything wrong, this is your first time working with Christopher Nolan, and
Yes.
you've worked with Christopher Nolan on almost all of his movies, right?
I think Michael Caine has the record.
Michael Caine, right.
Yeah, this was the sixth one with Chris.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will it be weird now when he does a movie that you're not in? Will you feel left out?
Don't say it. You'll cry.
I don't mind actually, because then it means I can go to the cinema and really enjoy it without looking at myself, which I don't like to do. So I remember seeing Interstellar. You know, I'm not in that one. But I really enjoyed it. So you know, I win or lose each bit.
You enjoy it less when you're watching yourself.
I mean, yeah, doesn't everyone?
I probably. No, there's a few people. Emily,
I feel
you
like
it
most actors are not as, they don't find it as painful as you, maybe.
I can tell you that tens of millions of people loved watching you in this movie.
Where did you shoot the movie? What area did you shoot most of the film?
It was all around. We shot a lot in New Mexico, around Los Alamos, where the actual Trinity test happened. And then we were in Princeton, and we were in Los Angeles.
Did you guys all stay together? I know you guys were, some of you weren't in scenes with each other sometimes.
We did.
But
The first section, what was the area called? Abercrombie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we stayed in this hotel that was a bit scary.
Oh, was?
Yeah, I mean, every penny is reserved for the screen in a Chris Nolan movie. So we stayed, it kind of was like a cell block of little cabins, and I definitely pushed my suitcase against the door. And
is that right?
yeah, and like Matt Damon was there, and Josh Hartnett and Dane DeHaan, and I said, like, if you hear me scream, I need all of you to come running.
Did you test them? I bet Matt wouldn't have come running.
No.
Probably wouldn't even rolled over. Going, So you all like kind of lived together in this community.
No, be honest.
I jetted in a G650 and stayed at a place called the Inn of the Five Graces. And while Cillian was at the Comfort Inn, I was getting shiatsu.
Did you know that going in? Did you size this place up and say, yeah, I'm not staying there?
I knew that my dry cleaning budget exceeded my salary, and I was going to have to come out of pocket.
So that's the real, I mean, that's why you get into the Marvel business, because you don't have to stay at the Comfort Inn.
That's right.
What
Matt
other
Damon's-
kind of great digs did they have you put up at?
The Holiday Express?
Holiday Inn Express, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's one
Holiday
of our
Inn
finest.
Express.
Better than Holiday Inn or a little worse than Holiday Inn?
I think it...
Because it seems like...
Was it efficient? Was it a pleasant stay?
Yes. I mean, Chris and Emma also stayed there, so just to make that clear.
Okay,
Cillian,
all right.
you're so protective and so nice.
I feel bad.
Such a good soldier.
Yeah, well, they have to stay there if you're staying there, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
example they set, though. They're willing to make as many sacrifices as they ask anyone else to make, which drove me crazy while I was antiquing in Santa Fe.
We're going to take a break. The cast of Oppenheimer is with us.
He wanted to be the man who moved the earth. He talks about putting the nuclear genie back in the bottle. Well, I'm here to tell you that I know J. Robert Oppenheimer, and if he could do it all over, he'd do it all the same. You know, he's never once said that he regrets Hiroshima. He'd do it all over. Why? Because it made him the most important man.
That is Robert Downey Jr., Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt. The cast of Oppenheimer is here. They're nominated for how many Oscars is the movie nominated for? Do you know offhand?
I think it's like 214. Somewhere in that 212?
How much money did the movie make worldwide? Do you know? I actually do know the answer to that question. It's almost $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And does that make you? Does that annoy you a little? Again, thinking about that hotel you were in. $1 billion. They could have carved a little bit out for accommodations. Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. You lost a lot of weight for this movie. How many pounds did you lose for the movie?
Oh, I'm not entirely. I stopped kind of weighing myself. You know, after a while, you can
When
tell.
it wasn't registering on the scale?
Oh man. I was, you know, you can kind of tell by how the clothes hang and by, you know, how awful you feel and look.
Can I ask
How
you a
your
dumb
skin
question?
hangs.
Yes.
Here's a dumb question. Why did you lose so much weight? Like, did anyone tell you that Americans have no idea what Robert Oppenheimer looked like? Like, we really do not know. You could have been 400 pounds. You're like, oh yeah, Oppenheimer was a fat guy, real fat guy.
It's a good question. I just thought it would. He was very, very obsessed about. Not obsessed. He was insecure about his, you know, physicality. But you had this brilliant, this hugely strong mind and this really frail body. So it was kind of useful.
I see, interesting. So it helped you kind of get there.
Yeah.
And what's the worst thing about being that thin?
All of it. I didn't enjoy any of it. I don't recommend any of it. I mean, I think it's going to bed hungry is not. I wouldn't do that. But by choice.
But by
Sound
the
like
way,
Tiny Tim or something.
And
Put
you
your
were
crutches
so
aside.
cold. You were always so cold.
Oh yeah, it was cold all the time.
Oh, because you have no body fat?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because my wife is always cold, and I'm never cold. And I finally figured it out many years later. So, yeah, I have a thick layer of fat keeping me warm.
correspondingly, Matt Damon played Groves, and Groves was quite rotund, and I don't know if Matt really took it upon himself to gain the right amount of weight.
You think that that's how he walked in the door? Or waddled in the door?